like buy his groceries and pay his rent and shit, and like, which is cool, right? Like, but like, he would, she then basically said to him, like when they were breaking up, she was like, if you're ever earning good money consistently, like reach out. She's like, basically, I don't want to pay you. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with somebody earning, like expecting that from a partner. And then like to him, it was just sacrilege. And I was like, she's being really honest, but she's probably also being very protective. And like not telling you how much pain she's been in. Like, like be compassionate to her. But he's got some other new idiot. And treats you well, an idiot. But he has some like fucking little girl now. That's like, yeah. But I don't want to sound like I'm just that. It's not my intention. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just very reflective for me. Like, this last kind of like year, he's a great example of like that relationship that's been in my life for way too long. But so is Jane and so is Solomon. We're all the same.
Wait, who was the other one?
Shane and Solomon.
Oh, Shane.
Yeah. Like Shane, like even earlier this year, like he was coming through LA. I hadn't seen him in like 2 years. And I was like, stop, let's hang out, whatever, blah, 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 yeah, cool, whatever. And then like 4 years later, I get a phone call. It's like, yeah, I'm in like Oregon or something. And I'm like, couldn't stop and fucking say hello. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, what are you talking about? You gotta stop and say hello to your own people.
Why? Did you say why?
It's just, it's just, I think it's, I think it's probably some form of like narcissism, like, yeah, that coexists with alcoholics. It's like, yeah, I think that's pretty much because I'm also like aware of that with me. But like, yeah, like definitely some narcissistic traits going on here. Like it's not like, and that's the thing, like narcissism is actually like very sad in terms of like you grow up in a world where your needs are not met, and then you have to become kind of hyper vigilant to meet your own needs.
Yeah.
Which creates this like kind of selfishness.
Yeah.
But it's not really selfishness, it's more like,
It's like a survival skill.
Yeah, that your needs weren't met, man. It's like, that sucks. Like, there's no 2 ways about it. But like, like, yeah, that fucking sucks, man. And it's like, it's not like I'm a selfish prick. It's like, no, your needs weren't met, man. You developed this behavioral strategy where you have to meet your needs kind of all the time. It ends up being, kind of selfish, but it's not based out of like, it's all about me. It's like, no one was there for me when I needed them. But, and then like one of the reasons why I left AA was like, while Patrick is going through now, I've seen a lot of AA people go through like, 20 20-some years sober and fucking broke and alone and like, you know, just I've seen a lot of people go through that. It fucking scares the shit out of me. Scares the fucking shit out of me.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's the sobriety that does it.
No, I don't think it's necessarily sobriety. No. I think it's the whatever underlying traits kind of, like, you know, makes it really difficult. Like, even for me, it's like, it's really difficult for me to find work and, like, be stable and, like, pay my rent and pay my phone bill. Like, just, it's really hard for me to do that. And, like, I want to do it. Like, all I want is, like, to have a shitty little life. And, like, that's it. But, like, I struggle to get that happening. And it results in, you know, a lot of chaos. And, you know, like, even, like, I think it feeds into the drinking. It's like, it's really hard for me to reach out and try to get work, but, like, give me a couple of beers, and I won't do it, but I'll at least feel capable of doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like, for me now, like, I feel debilitated going back into LA trying to find a job. And it's like, you know, like, you should be, you know, it shouldn't be that hard. Like, I'm, you know, charismatic, chitty-chatty kind of person, and just shouldn't be that overwhelming, but it is. Like, it just fucking is. And, like, I wish it wasn't the case, but it fucking is. And it sucks. Like, it sucks. And, like, it's, you know, yeah. And, like, yeah, I just couldn't, like, even over the summer, like, the start of the summer when I was working at the bar, like, I was earning fucking great money, and, like, I couldn't even, like, I got lost and disorientated and shit. Like, I should have just said it to myself, dude, you're earning fucking $2,000 a week, right? An easy job. And, yeah. These people want to bitch and moan and fucking talk shit about each other and talk shit about you. Cool. Who gives a fuck? That's going to happen everywhere you go. That's what people do.
Yeah.
That's what most people do. They
Yeah.
talk shit about you. Is it the end of the world? No. Like, is it? Yeah. I don't know. I think for me, anyways, I get, like, hypersensitive towards it. It's like, I can get overwhelmed with, like, criticism. And it's like, okay, but, like, you know, it's okay. Like, just because someone talks shit about you, first of all, you know, I've probably talked shit about them. It's not the end of the world. But, like, you know, I couldn't grasp that in the moment. You know, and I quit and whatever, banquets, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, come on. Like, you gotta, for me anyways, it's like, it's a wonderful opportunity that could easily have still been going. You know, I could have been, like, still there, fucking earning $2,000 all summer and be, like, able to make a real choice right now. Well, right now I have, like, $600 fucking bucks in my name, no job and nowhere to live. And I'm like, yeah, this is, yeah. But I feel at least I'm a lot more capable of talking about it now than I used to be. Like, I suppose that's, like, a big part of this sober thing for me. It's like, you know, there's a lot of, like, cliche, like, newcomers, they're crazy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, I just worked through a whole bunch of stuff. And, I'm capable of communicating and talking and feeling my feelings. And, even this is like, literally have, like, a conversation with you about, like, this. It's like, yeah, it's a good step for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, kind of, like, just being able to put into words, and, like, it's like, okay, like, I can try to get some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not a big.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the best the thing that you have going for you or whatever is that you are not delusional. You can be very real about these things and real with yourself about them. A lot of people can't do that.
Right. Yeah. Like, and that's like, I've been thinking about it a lot recently. Like, I'm not a bad guy. Like, and actually, I think, like, don't get me wrong, just drinking thing is definitely making me, like, emotionally volatile. But, like, I'm a pretty good person who's just had a really rough couple of years.
You do a good impression of a bad guy.
Huh?
You do a good impression of a bad guy. I'm just kidding.
And that's what I mean. Like, the booze makes me fucking, it can make me really volatile. I'm aware of that. Like, not only when I'm drinking, but like the fucking days after it.
Yeah.
Whatever happened last night, like, I passed out, I woke up, and I passed out, and I woke up at like 11 a.m., and I was like, I slept long enough and drank enough water that, like, I feel actually relatively stable and, like, not fucked up today. Like, don't get me wrong, like, my internal dialogue is definitely, like, not ideal, but it's like, I don't feel like there's some days where I'll wake up, I will literally spend 18 hours just thinking about, like, fucking just death. And I'll be like, okay, I don't feel like that today. Like, I've been given a little window. I'm back. And that's the thing, like, I can also turn this around on itself and, like, try to make this a really positive thing. It's like, I'm here, okay? I'm here, and I'm trying to do the right thing, and I'm going to get to a meeting, and I'm trying to do the right fucking thing. And I can make this, I thought about, I'm going to go for a hike. I thought about, like, how much I missed so much of this place. And it's like, I don't really have much of a community left here, but, like, that doesn't mean I can't build a new one, and one that I like, and one that likes me, and supportive, and, like, cool. Like, just fucking, I can turn this into a positive thing. Because I feel like if I live in the, like, darkness of it, I'm just gonna create so much fucking shit for myself over the next second.
No, you can't. There's no reason to. There's no reason to. Things are like, there is no reason to. Like, you're alive. you're healthy, like you should be great. Like things could have gone way worse, and I know they haven't gone great, but it's like you're blessed.
No,
Everything is good.
definitely blessed.
Everything is great, you know?
Mhm. Yes, everything, like, that's the thing, is I got back here, and it's, like, I dodged a lot of fucking bullets on the way here. And I need to acknowledge that and fucking learn from it, but also move on from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I could spend the next fucking, I could just have a panic attack all fucking night tonight. But it's like, I don't have to. I can be like, I'm here. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I'm gonna fucking have a shower. Fucking go for a walk. Fucking chill out. Like, yeah, like, I don't have a place, but I have a man, and that's cool. And it can be a positive experience.
Yeah.
But I do, like I do have friends who, like, absolutely love to pieces here, and, are very supportive of me and what I've been going through. Like, old sober friends. And it's like, they're also, like, really sweet, kind, evolved people. Like, I definitely think, like, reapproaching AA kind of from this mature standpoint, I can definitely build a community that's loving and supporting. And be like, yeah, these people are great. Like, they're very kind, fucking, who have also had a ton of difficulties in their lives. And, like, fucking, that's okay. But, like, it sure as hell beats fucking Jesus Christ. How did I get away with drink driving? I don't know how that fucking happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Because if something like that happened, that would not be good for your situation, right?
No, I would have violated my probation 100%. Like, and it was like 24 hours after I got probation. And in that 24 hours, I crashed my car and fucking got caught drink driving. And it's like, dude, the fact that you're in LA and, like, you're not in handcuffs or, like, dead is something to be celebrated right now.
It's
And, like, I'm gonna go for a walk, do the things like, I have lived a healthy life. I've done it, and it's like the things I loved were like hiking, fucking going to the gym, and eating good, and like it's like, okay, build that new little life for yourself and enjoy it. Enjoy the process of building it, because I could have been in jail for the rest of my life. I could have totally, like, I have no idea what I was doing a couple of those nights. I was driving around. I don't even know how I got to Mammoth Lakes. Like, I don't even know.
All the time.
I remember going into Vaughn's at like 1:52 a.m. being like, "You still saw beer?" And like, I was clearly wasted. And it's like, dude, like, come on. If, like, I suppose, I don't know, do you believe in God?
I think the universe works in an interesting way that nobody is completely aware of. But I never understand what people's like. It's like when people say, "But do you believe in God?" I'm like, I need you to like define to me what you think God is, and then I can let you know because I'm like, I don't know what other people think of God as being when they believe in God.
Yeah, I suppose I don't know either. It was more of a broad statement question. You know, it was like, I don't know. Like, is there, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just know it's been like a real challenge for me for the last few years because, like, a lot of the AA thing is kind of about, like, spiritual entity and stuff.
Your higher power.
And, like, yeah.
Like, what's your, what would you identify? Like, what is when in AA they talk about your higher power, what do you see that as being?
Well, that's the thing. I've always really struggled with that. Like, I think there's a lot of times where it's like Mother Nature, like the universe, the stars, like, you know, but it also feels very like, you know, that kind of feels like it's not, like I'm not grounded in the concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you add, like, if I think about it, I'll like kind of be like, yeah, like the Mother Nature and the universe, but like I don't live there in the moment. Like I don't have a strong connection with that. Like I'm not kind of conscious of like this kind of entity that's kind of there, or not even entity, but like spiritual stardust or whatever. It's like I don't really have a rooting in it, and like, you know, like I think this has been a really healthy conversation for me because like, you know, there's been no real shaming around like what I've just done over the last 3 or 4 days. But like, you know, in this conversation, I've also become like gravely aware of how fucking lucky I was, and like maybe there was some divine or spiritual entity. I don't know. And that's what I mean. That's where I kind of lose it. Because I'm like, was it just luck? Good fortune? It's like,
dude.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I was like had my like a hand over my mouth and another hand over my fucking voice box and I couldn't speak a fucking whimper and I'm looking out at the Broadway street thinking like, am I gonna die right now? Or am like, you know, is somebody gonna maybe possibly see me and help me or whatever? After that, I was like, I was grateful for like being like having blonde hair, looking a certain way I was thankful for like the most like superficial shit of like somebody's gonna help me if they see me. Maybe at least I stand out in some kind of way, very superficially, as you know, it's like that's
Yeah. Like, yeah. Like, and that's,
I was like, thank God I'm a hot girl, even though like that's gonna like as it's like because it's like when you're looking out at like humanity to save you from, I mean, it's not like you're, you know, it's different when you're like out of control of yourself to the point where you need to be helped or survive. So I don't know. Because I was like, I don't think God was coming for me then. You know, like I needed somebody.
Right. Yeah. And like that's, you know, that's like, and that's the thing is that like, it can be so broad. It can be whatever you want. Like, I suppose that's, you know, it's the consciousness of it that, like, you know, even just the goodness of other people. Like,
yeah. And I'm like, well, is that, you know, I don't know. I'm grateful.
right. It's like, yeah, like, and these are all, like, this is all kind of in the bounds of whatever it is you want your higher power to be. But I suppose for me, it's just that there is this real lack of, like, you know, day to day kind of like grounding in, like, you know, whatever that fucking spiritual thing is. Like, even if it is nature, it's like, okay, well, like, where is my contact with that from day to day? And I think that's kind of where I kind of get lost in it a little bit, is that I don't really put in the work to be like, no, like, these are things that are meaningful to me, and they're beautiful, and I care about them, and yeah, like, I want, like, it would be very easy for me to lean into that right now and be like, yeah, I just got away with so much dumb shit. It's not even, like, so much shit. Like, pulled me in and took me out of the car. They were like, hands on the hood, spread your legs. Fucking, will you take a breathalyzer? Will you do a field sobriety test? I was like, nope. And it was like, fucking, I did. You know, I didn't even know anyone ever got out of that situation. I thought that was 100% you're done scenario.
Oh, like you have to do it? Well, I mean, you did this, like, if they ask you, like, they're just like,
you sound really boxy.
Sorry, hold on. I'm just.
Yeah, you need to get, like, you need to get, like, headphones, like, with, like, the cable.
I'm back. I'm here.
Yeah. It's really difficult to hear you sometimes.
I mean, that was the right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's, like, incredible. I mean, you did the right thing. Some way, somehow. I mean, the right in what terms? The right in, like, getting away with it.
Yeah. No, like, but I don't, like, no one could ever get away with it. It's like, dude, fucking, you know, even just crashing the car. Like, I crashed the car twice this summer. And it's like, dude, like, first of all, I still have my van. It's in pretty good condition. Like, there's no damage to the body. It's fucking amazing.
Dude.
And, like, it's my home. And it's like, you know, it's like there's all of these, you know, call them coincidences, but it's also like, yeah, I could lean into that and just be like, no, this is, something's keeping an eye out for me. Or not.
Is that helpful though? Because it's like, I don't, like, dude, you have no idea. Like, I've been so worried about you so many times. And when you were in jail, I was losing my mind. I was crying. I was like, because I thought something.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it is not to talk to you and know that you're doing what you're doing. And it's very, it's off, you know, that's why I like, it's like,
yeah, like, even, that's what I mean, like, even the fucking go to jail thing and, like, physically not being able to drink all summer. Like, being able, you know, I drank, like, 5 times on a Friday night. But, like, that literally, like, that may have been this great intervention where it's like, dude, like, if I was up there able to drink every night, God knows what would happen.
You were. And that's what happened.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the last 4 days, that's what, like, the gloves are off.
That's what was happening before.
That's what was happening before. Yeah, that's what was happening in LA.
Yeah.
Like before I left, I was just fucking wasted, fucking 5 nights a week. And it was like, dude. And it's like, you know, I had this kind of reprieve during the summer. And it was really interesting because I'd be like, I feel amazing. It'd be Thursday and I'd be like, I feel amazing. And I was kind of confronted with this weird scenario where it was like, you know, one of the big things in AA is like just for today, right? One day at a time kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I was in this scenario around like you only drink once a week, I felt this like conflict where I was like, no, I feel great today. But like if I don't drink tomorrow, I can't drink for another week. And it caused this like weird head fuck where I was like, you know,
I have to drink.
Yeah, like it was like if I don't, I have to wait another week before I even have the choice. Well, it's like now it's like, okay, I'm not gonna drink today. Okay? And then it's like, let's do it tomorrow. But like the principle of like, no, like one day at a fucking time, dude. Like, go. So, you know, it feels like the tide is turning, and it also kind of feels like this is kind of me doing it for me now in a weird way. Where it was like, you know, I want to build a little life for myself. And like, you know, I had a great time during the summer. Like, I was doing good. And then I started drinking, and it was like, you know, because I drink Friday, and I'd be totally done Saturday and Sunday. Like, that's why I got fired. So I went out drinking Friday night, and I texted my boss, and I was like, okay, come in. And he was like, okay, you're fired. I was like, okay. And it's like, you know, I was doing what I felt was really, I was doing good for me. Like, I felt proud of myself. I was like, you know, I feel good. I feel strong. You know, so, yeah. And I'm back in LA. I feel good about it. And, you know, it's going to be, I know it's going to be a bit of a head fuck. Trying to figure out my sleeping scenario, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's going to be fine. Like, yeah, I don't have to make it my whole story. And like, I can treat it, I can look at it like a little adventure.
A little adventure?
And then also, like there are, you know, a lot of sober people who do help each other out. Like, even just, you know, being a solid friend. It's like, yeah, like, you know. So it's like, okay, well, lean into that, you know. Like I have the yoga studio.
I was just gonna say, what about Bobby Yoga? Have you talked to him?
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times over the summer. Haven't really kind of got a chance to catch up. Like last time I spoke with him on Dusk at the yoga studio, and I was like, call me back. And, you know, I didn't talk to him since then, but like, the yoga studio is always there for me. Like, just to go whenever I want for free. So it's like, that's a big deal for me. And I also feel fat and bloated right now. Because I've been drinking. You know, I've also just, yeah, it's just been a tough time.
Mm.
But, you know, I have to move on. Cool. And like I had a very weird, like my uncle, I haven't talked to him in like 3 or 4 years. He called me yesterday. We spoke for like 3 hours, and he's opening this glamping fucking situation on a beach in the west of Ireland. And he's like, you know, you always got a roof here. You always got a place. There's a lot of buildings on the property. Just fucking gotta fix it up, but yours. I just kind of felt like this weird fucking, you know, moment where it was like, okay, like,
Let's go.
I think that's also been affecting me because I don't have a home. Like, my relationship with my dad is like awful. And like, I don't have a home. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the shit hit the fan here today and like I was living on the streets, it's like I couldn't go back there. You know? So it's and that's kind of like, I feel like that has informed a lot for me in the last like 8 or 9 years, where it's like, you know, I just don't have the stability to build, you know? Like, even when I was with you, I was like, you know, I was like, yeah, let's like make some clothes,
Uh-oh. Hey.
Yeah, so I appreciate you hearing me.
You haven't spoken to is that your dad's brother?
Yeah. Like, you know, it's weird. It kind of ties into a lot of what we were talking about earlier. Like, I don't even know why he just stopped talking to me like 3.5 years ago or whatever. Like, just fucking cut me out of his life. And it's like, you know, I'm definitely aware of his offer being genuine in the moment, but I'm also like, yeah, like, you know. And like, the other thing is, like, we also won't talk about it. There won't be like, hey man, like, you know, really appreciate that offer, but like, you know, I didn't hear from you for fucking 3 years. Like, not even really sure what I did, or if I did something. And like, if I did something, like, we can talk about it. But, like, I haven't heard from you in 3 years. No.
Did you say that?
No.
No. But
That's
you
what I'm
talked
saying,
for
it's like,
3 hours though. Like,
yeah, there's a lot going on in my family. My uncle is going to court. He's going to trial for like molesting my aunt. And like, yeah,
his
my grandmother and my aunt died like within a week of each other, like a year and a half ago. And it's just been like a lot of shit going on. So we talked about all that shit, you know. Yeah, and yeah. So it was cool. Like, it was cathartic to have this nice experience with him, but it's also just like, you know, you know, I can't really give this the space and love that like I wish I could, because, you know, we can't talk. Like, we can't even have a conversation about what happened, you know. And it's just, that's what I mean. It's like very reminiscent of Patrick, and like, you know, it's the same general issue. It's like there's no space there for me to like say like, hey man, like, love hearing from you, you know, but like, I think we should, you know, maybe we can have a chat about what happened, man. She was like screaming down the phone at me. He was like, yeah, you didn't even come home. Like, last time you were home, you didn't even fucking stay. Well, you didn't visit Nana. also, I did see her. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And, like, yeah. But also, like, you're screaming. So, it's just, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel very, yeah. I feel like I've had this repeating pattern in my life, my whole fucking life. Like, this is, you know, the same as how it was with my dad. It's the same kind of thing. Like, you know, it's just an inability to, like, address things. That's it. It's like, same with Patrick. It's just like the inability to address things.
Family loves to not address. I think that's a classic. I mean, that's huge. In my family, too, it took me so long to, like, address. My mom called me a princess on fucking family vacation, which is like, I'm living in New Jersey on the side of the road. You know, it's like there's nothing like about my life that's like I couldn't understand why she said it to me, you know? But to have a conversation about that and why, and then like finally when I actually understand, but it's like, yeah, people get sensitive and they don't want to address. It's like, I just want to know why, you know? It's like with you, I still want to know why you hooked up with that girl on our first like time going out, you know? And I don't think I ever could even like ask you that because of like the way in which it hurt me or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know. I suppose for me, it was just more a case of, like, you know, I didn't feel as if I was in a position where I wasn't allowed. Or, like, it would have been an issue or whatever. Like, I understand your feelings and, you know, yeah. But, like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the main thing.
Like, I think it was just, you know, a fresh, easy conversation. Like, it was just, we're having fun. You know, it was just, yeah. Like, it was just, yeah. Like, I don't think there was anything, like, to it. Like, I wasn't trying to do or state anything. I was just like, I think it just fucking, you know, just happened. And, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know that it's like a totally different thing to you than it was to me. And that's like the same thing as like that like argument with my mom, you know? But it's like how one thing feels to you versus how it feels to somebody else can be like, I don't know, sometimes it's really hard to like communicate.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Like people get really defensive or they just don't want, you know, it's like what, like whatever.
Right.
You know, how many times have you blocked me, you know, just having, but
I forgot about LA traffic. Oh, yeah.
oh my God.
Uh,
I saw the craziest thing when I was in LA driving around for like a couple weeks, like years ago. I saw the craziest. I saw like somebody going like reversing the wrong way in traffic, like on the highway. Or no, they weren't reversing, they were driving like the wrong way, like through traffic. Like on the opposite side of the road, like going the wrong way.
Yes.
I was like, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen on a highway.
Yes. No. Like, this place is definitely crazy. Like, 100%. Yes. It's like, yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's absolutely bananas. Like, I've been going, I've gotten nowhere the last, 20 minutes. And it's just like, oh, I forgot. And eventually we'll pass, it's either, some huge show at, Dodgers, or, there's a car accident. I'm representing Dodger Stadium. So it's no, this is fucking LA, man.
I'm jealous.
Huh?
I want to go to LA. I wish I was going. I don't know.
LA is fun, man. Yeah, I definitely learned a lot by leaving. I definitely saw, sides of myself that, I liked. It's really nice being in a small town. It's really kind of fun. People getting to know you and, not dealing with, this chaos right now. This traffic. It's I'm just trying to go to the gym, have a shower, and go for a walk. And I haven't had a shower in 4 days. So I'm I want to do that right now. But it's just getting here, it's impossible. It's yeah, it's definitely a fucking thing. But, I feel it's all healthy and it's all a new experience, and just gotta lean into it and have some fun with it, And I'm so excited for the shower.
What's that? Uh-huh.
I think my gym membership is still active.
What's that place called? The spa place?
No, we spa. That'd be fun to go to, but I don't want to deal with it right now. That's what I'm saying. I just want to go have a shower and I want to go for a walk and just smell the California air, walk around the reservoir. Maybe go up to Hollywood Hills, just kind of rummage around. Fucking be grateful I'm here. But first, I gotta get real pissy about traffic. It could be anything. Probably some asshole truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it also kind of made me realize, how, Wild West America must have been, fucking 40 years ago. It must have just been, anything goes. Everything is on camera now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if people had more. I don't know. That's a tricky math because, people do real crazy shit now. It's they also didn't have cell phones, I don't know if you were more responsible for yourself or less responsible for yourself 40 years ago.
Right. Yeah, no, I think you probably just got away with a fucking lot more.
Yeah, but if you fucked up or got stranded, you were real
you were fucked.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel like in those, like, in places where you go where there's no service. Like, wherever you went through, like, there's places, parts of upstate New York that are like that. And it's like,
Right.
what do people do out here? Like, if anything happens.
Yeah. That's actually like was on my mind a lot of the last few days because I was like up in this place called Mammoth Lookout, and I was like 3 or 4 miles up into the mountains, and I was like, dude, if anything happens up here, like there's nothing I can do. I just know like AAA ain't coming up here. Like nobody's coming up. Like you know. Maybe you need to chill. Because I was like definitely aware. Like, this is, you know. And then also like just kind of the stress. Yeah. Like I was, yeah. Like I woke up last night and I could not get my heart to slow down. Like it was thumping through my fucking head. And it was beating like fucking 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I was like, dude. And I woke up. I don't know how I fell asleep. I woke up and I just fucking started drinking again. And I was like, you know, yeah, it's just, I was like, your heart is going to explode.
What is that from?
Yeah, no, it got real. Like, yeah, I was really afraid. And I was like, that's not fucking spot on, dude. It's the fucking Dodgers. It's the Dodgers. That's what it is. It's like something's happened at Dodger Stadium. I just figured that out. Yeah, so it's all backed up. And that's the thing, I don't know. Like, yeah. Like, if I could lean into this lifestyle and just fucking be chill with it, like, I could have a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I can have a good little life doing this. Like, I have a little van, you know,
Yeah.
I like it. I like this kind of lifestyle. It seems to be healthy for me.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like, okay, like you can lead into it. Like, you can make that a healthy day for yourself. And, like, yeah. And it's like, it's really clear what the issue is. Started and ended with this. It was like every bullshit incident that's happened in the last 2 years has been bullshit. So, you gotta stop, man. And that's the other thing, like, people are a lot more, like, accepting of, like, Catholics over, you know? Like, I'm not, like, I'm just, like, it doesn't mean I have to become, like, fucking biblical about this shit. Like, I can, like, yeah. Like, booze is what needs to not happen. Everything else is actually pretty okay in my book. Like, there's nothing wrong with smoking a little weed. You know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna fucking drive off the road.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, if I were you, I'd be like, it's ideal to like have the van situation right now. If you only have $600 or whatever, you know, it's like, for me in your situation, like having any kind of rent or whatever would be like stressful.
Yeah. Like, I agree. Like, I think there's a way to make this like a healthy thing as opposed to like an unhealthy thing. Like not having the stress of like, fucking $1,000 or whatever over my head. Can be really healthy for me right now. It'd be like, yeah, like that gives me an opportunity to like focus on the things I want to focus on, or even like I told you about the ADHD thing, didn't I?
I don't know. What's the ADHD thing?
Well, like it had been a thing that had come up like 3 or 4 times with my psychiatrist, and then like I had done a lot of reading about it, and they were talking about like the comorbidity between like ADHD and alcohol abuse is like 70% or some shit, and they were like, when like a lot of the reprieves that people who drink excessively get can be as a result of having ADHD. Like the lack of focus, the lack of fucking clear thoughts, like all of these things. Because like that's kind of what happens to me when I drink, is that like I kind of get a clear head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can kind of think straight for a while. And I'm like, oh. And like they talk about that with like I watched this really good like podcast on it recently where they were like, ADHD, it's like, people think it's a case of willpower, and it's like, it's not. Like, just because they can seem functioning in, like, so many ways, like, the dysfunction is also, like, they can't just, like, will their way out of it. Like, their brain isn't functioning on these levels. And I was like, yeah, like, I would consider myself an ambitious person. Like, there's a lot I want to do and achieve, and, I can't do it. Like, I struggle so much with it. Like, even, like, over the last 2 days where it's like, put your head down and, apply for jobs. It's like, my brain can't do that. And like, then I'll have a drink, and like as I was saying, like I won't necessarily do it, but at least I'll feel capable of doing it. Like when I'm like on a regular fucking brain schedule, like I don't feel as if I can. Like I can't get my brain to like fucking hone in. It's like hone in on this, dude. It's like I just can't get it to do it. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, so I have a schedule. I have an appointment with, an ADHD psych evaluation specialist or whatever. And they really want to take a look at it. And I think it could be potentially, depending on what they say, like it could be a really healthy thing to like address and overcome my life and be like, yeah, like it's not because I'm not trying, like I really am trying to like get this stuff, kind of focus and blah 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 blah. But it's like I just can't seem to like get to grips. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to like talk to them about that and potentially like have it addressed.
Yeah. I mean, that's me. I'm ADHD, and I totally like sought all that stuff out myself, and was like, and it wasn't easy, but it was like very helpful to me.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Like, it's been a fucking nightmare. It's been a nightmare on like a level of like, I want to do the quote unquote right thing. Like I want to achieve my goals and, feel productive and I want all of those things. I want that more than fucking anyone. And it's like to feel so incapable of just getting up and doing that sucks. Like, it just fucking sucks. And like, they talk about like higher function a lot, or they talk about like, waking up and being like, okay, this is my task for the day. And I'll be like, I can't get there. Like, no matter how much I try to like fucking focus in on something, I'm like, I just can't seem to get there. That sucks. And I'm like, yeah, this could be a really fucking healthy new chapter. Because, I don't want it to suck.
No.
No, like, I want to achieve the fucking things I want to achieve. These are all things I want in my life. And it's like, okay, well,
what are the things?
Time to address it.
What are the things? What are the things you want to achieve?
Oh, like I fucking, tons of shit. Like fucking, even like small shit. Like I wanted to get like my high school equivalency this year. And like, because it stands in the way of me like doing a lot of other things. Like if I wanted to like go to school or whatever, it's like, you can't just show up one day and like go to school. You have to have high school equivalency. Like these all these things that like are real. And it's like, or like writing a screenplay. Like there's good ideas that have been bouncing around in my head for a long time that I believe in. And like, I can't find the power to show up for it. Like, I'll try, but like, oh, whoa, did you hear that? Oh my God, that was the fighter jets going over Dodger Stadium. That's the thing, like I see myself as an ambitious person and I want to do these things and I just can't get to grips with it. And it sucks. It's like, like or even just work, like there's been so many occasions where like simple things where it's like, okay, what you're expected to learn is why. And like my brain just can't get with it in like a healthy fucking way. It just fucking spins out. And like I noticed recently that like when I was supposed to be doing something else, and 1 second, I gotta sign in. Hey guys, I lost my key fob. Can I sign in? I'm in the gym. I made it. It's like my brain can't focus in on things, and it's really really frustrating. And it's like been that way my whole life. So, yeah, I would love to address that. Okay, well, let's
Yeah.
run. I just walked into the gym. I'm going to shower.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll have a good shower.
I will. I'll talk to you later, sir.
Okay. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Hey. Oh, thank you. Are you giving me licks? Oh, that's so sweet. That's so nice of you. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. BRB.